There are a lot of benefits to buying a condo. They're more affordable, there's less maintenance involved, there's more amenities, more convenience, but there's also a lot of things that condo buyers are overlooking during the condo buying process. And as a real estate agent that focuses on condo sales and purchases, what I want to do here today was share with you the top mistakes, guys, the biggest mistakes that condo buyers are making and how to avoid those mistakes. How's it going, everyone? My name is Matt Leighton and welcome back to another real estate video. Today's video is all about condo buying mistakes. Let's jump into the video right now and touch on the first mistake, which is not understanding the rules and the regulations regarding renovations inside of your condo. Condos are great because you own everything inside the walls in ownership. But the reality is there's things behind those walls, guys. There's vertical plumbings, there are concrete pillars, there may be load-bearing walls. So if you just walk into a condo and think that you have all the power in the world to tear down every single wall, open up every single wall, right? It's 2019, almost 2020. Nobody wants walls anymore. So if you're thinking about opening up any sort of wall, you gotta slow down. If your plan is to buy the condo and then immediately start tearing down walls, moving the laundry from this room to that room, renovating bathrooms and moving some stuff around, that's great and all. We just wanna make sure that your renovation plans are even possible before you go under contract. The second mistake when buying a condo is not viewing your parking spot before you write your offer. Most one bedrooms will come with one parking spot and most two bedrooms will come with either one or two parking spots. And if you're anything like me, you see that spot daily, you drive daily, this is a big part of your life, and the mistake, the problem that arises with the parking spot breaks down into one of two categories. The first one is, well, the spot's just really far away. Maybe it's not under a covering or not in a garage, or maybe it's just very, very inconvenient, very far away from your unit door. And the second issue, and this is probably a bigger issue, is, well, the spot is a compact spot and your car just doesn't fit. Here in my area, we have a lot of condos from the 1980s and the 1990s, maybe in your area too. These condo buildings, they're 20, 30, 40 years old, and then they had compact spots from back in the day. Guys, well, imagine a compact spot from 1980. How large do you think that spot is? Guys, cars, they've only gotten bigger. You seen the new Tesla truck? Imagine the Cybertruck. Imagine parking that in a compact spot. You know, obviously that's an extreme example, but compare a sedan from the 1980s to a sedan from 2019. Cars have gotten bigger. Parking spots have not gotten bigger. And imagine if you have a compact spot, a wall next to you, and a pickup truck on the other side. That could be an issue for you. Your parking spot may be a part of the sales price, it may be in the condo fee, or there may be an extra fee for the parking spot, depending on the community itself. Either way, there is a tremendous amount of value in that parking spot. And guys, you never wanna be surprised by the size of the spot because, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to parking spots, size matters. The third mistake is not knowing the percent of owner-occupied units. I was actually just doing the math the other day, and on my floor specifically, there's more renters than there are owners, which is not a good sign, but the building, the community as a whole, has about 70% owners compared to only about 30% renters, which is a pretty good ratio, and this is important for two reasons. The first reason involves getting financing. Once that owner to renter ratio drops to about 50% owners, 50% renters, well, then it becomes much more difficult to get approved for financing in that community because there's more risk involved for the lender. The second reason you want to see a low rental ratio is because when you have a lot of renters, they can sometimes be a little bit louder and maybe not take as good of care of the unit and the community compared with an owner who bought into the community, who pays a mortgage, who has a little bit more vested compared to a renter that may only be there for a year or 2 years. Your overall quality of life is probably going to be a little bit better in a building with a high owner occupancy rate compared to a building with a lot of renters. The fourth mistake is not learning about an upcoming special assessment. A special assessment is a fee that all homeowners have to pay for an unexpected repair or to replenish an underfunded reserve. Every owner pays a monthly condo fee, and from that monthly condo fee, money goes towards the reserve fund as well. Now, the reserve fund is a separate account set aside for larger repair items. And when something unexpected happens, like say a storm damages the roof or an elevator stops working all of a sudden and it needs to be repaired, immediately, well, money from that reserve fund is used to pay for those unexpected repairs as well. But if you live in a condo that maybe didn't plan that well for the future, or simply the project costs more money than the amount of money in your reserve fund, well, that means that the condo board will have to impose a special assessment on all the residents to pay for that repair item. Each owner will pay a portion of the special assessment relative to the condo's size. So 1-bedroom owners will pay less compared to 3-bedroom owners or even 2-bedroom owners, simply because 1-bedroom owners own less of the community compared to larger units like 2 and 3 bedrooms. The special assessment could be added to that monthly condo fee, so you have the monthly condo fee and then the special assessment on top of that for a certain period, something like 12 months or 24 months until it's paid off. Or condo owners could have the choice of paying that special assessment off all in one lump sum payment. So now you know the dangers, if you will, about the special assessment. How do you find out if there is one? Well, guys, there's 3 ways to find out about a special assessment. First way, have your buyer's agent ask the listing agent if there's any upcoming special assessments, or just ask the listing agent directly when you're at the open house. Well, the listing agent's just gonna lie to you, Matt. That's a terrible idea. All real estate agents are liars. They're definitely gonna lie to you. Why would you even say that? Well, you're right. They could lie to you. So we're gonna add some redundancy into our process. We are just on step 1 of 3 on how to find out about special assessments. So number 2, ask the condo management. So call the phone number, do your research, stop by the office, ask the condo management directly if there are any upcoming special assessments. And the third way is, once you are under contract, you will receive the condo docs, the resale disclosure, and in that resale disclosure, that will say in the meeting minutes if there are any upcoming special assessments. Guys, keep in mind, we're not talking about present special assessments. Here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, any seller has to pay off a current special assessment before selling the property. That's not the buyer's responsibility. But what we are talking about is an upcoming special assessment, something that hasn't been approved yet, but may happen in the next 3 months, 6 months, or in the next year. Wow. That was a long one. Hopefully you're still here. If you are, hit the thumbs up button. Show me some sign of life here on the other side of that camera. If you're enjoying this video, hit the thumbs up button. Let's move on. The 5th mistake is not reading the pet policy, guys. This one's pretty straightforward. Please read the pet policy before moving in. Usually it comes down to cats and dogs. So if you have a cat or a dog or multiple animals, be sure you're reading that pet policy. Surprisingly, fish, like having a fish, is usually allowed inside of a condo, but somehow having like 2 dogs is not allowed. And I'm just trying to imagine how that conversation went down. Hey, Bill, I'm writing up the condo docs now. Should we allow owners to have 2 dogs? 2 dogs? Are you crazy? Of course not. Okay, ridiculous question, my mistake. How about allowing owners to have a 60-gallon glass container of water in their living room for their pet fish, where they're not even gonna be looking after the fish for most of the time throughout the day? And oh yeah, it's a 60-gallon tank of water in a high-rise building. That sounds like a great idea. You're promoted. Mistake number 6 is not checking to see if the community is FHA or VA approved. If you're going with an FHA loan or a VA loan, the last thing that you want to have happen is for you to tour a community, fall in love with the community, find a unit you like, write up the offer on your dream condo, and then the seller can't accept your offer because that community does not allow VA or FHA financing. Be sure you're working with a great local lender and a great local real estate agent who can point you in the right direction for what communities are approved for the type of financing that you have. And as a quick reminder, if you are looking for a great local real estate agent in your area, I have a network of top producing agents from across the country, and I'd be happy to put you in touch with a local agent. Shoot me an email and I can put you in touch with a top agent in your area. And mistake number 7 is not understanding condo fees. Condo fees are great and they are also terrible at the same time. I've never worked with a buyer that said, man, I wish my condo fees were higher, but they are a necessary evil. Condo fees are anywhere from $100 to I've even seen over $1,000 per month. And the question always remains is, what should the average fee be, or what is a typical fee? And that's a very tough question to answer because so many communities are different. And what I found was I used to enjoy communities with really, really low condo fees. But then as I've started to get more experience and work with more buyers and more communities, what I realized is what is the long-term goal here? If you're planning on living in a community for more than just a couple of years, you want to make sure that your condo fees are actually being used appropriately. You want to make sure that they're going to the reserve fund so you don't have those special assessments that we talked about earlier. And also, some condo fees actually include utilities. Some fees will include electric, water, gas, sewer, trash, internet, cable. So if we're just seeing this one number and you say, oh, that's a high condo fee, I don't like it. Well, we want to make sure we understand the value, because price without value is meaningless. So we want to make sure that we understand condo fees and all the value that you get from your condo fee. Last note about condo fees is you have your mortgage and you have your condo fee. These two fees, these two items are paid separately to two different entities. So when you are comparing communities, condos in different areas with different amenities, we want to make sure we fully understand the value and the fees so you have it in one big, clear picture for your condo purchase. There you have it, guys, the top 7 mistakes that condo buyers make and how to avoid them. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. It would just make my day. No, seriously, it would. I would like that a lot. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.